Here we go again with another episode of 10 new and best survival games for mobile devices. And this is the second part on this topic, so you can check out previous part. Link will be pinned in comment section. Alright, grab the subscribe button and turn on the notifications, and without further ado, let's begin. So starting off with number 10, Gunfire, Fire and Fury. This is an action and adventure survival game that clearly inspired by the GTA saga. In a city controlled by various mafias, your object is to manage one of these criminal groups as you try to expand your control over the city. Gunfire, Fire and Fury has striking and realistic 3D graphics that depict your confrontations with both the police and other criminals as you fight to prove your dominance. And that said, the shots are fired automatically, so all you have to do is select the character you want to control at each moment. And throughout the game, it throws cinematic sequence into the mix to help you get to know the protagonist better. And gaining controls of all the shady business in the city is far from easy, so the sooner you conquer every corner of the map, the better. The game also includes dynamic street fights where you confront various enemies and you can select your gangster's best skills to win each fight. Moving on to number 9, Mii Cry Online Horror Action. This is a multiplayer third-person shooter where you have to fight against monsters, and according to the plot, you will be among a small squad among which one is infected with an alien creature and hide himself well in order to attack unnoticed and destroy everyone, and up to 9 players can participate. And the appearance of each character can be customized to differ from the rest of the players, and all the fights take place on different maps, which of course brings variety. So the game features multiple game locations, high quality graphics, also customization of characters, and the ability to communicate by using voice chat. Overall, it's a great game, and don't forget to like this video without any hesitations. So on number 8, Tomorrow. This is an online real-time multiplayer survival game that will take you for a trip to the uncertain future. Tomorrow is a survival RPG that lets you customize your own character and start a thrilling adventure. You can build your own base, raid the open world for resources and defend yourself from infected monsters. Also, you can team up with your friends, roleplay and take part in a full-of-action PvP battle. You can also build a variety of weapons that will give you an advantage upon a clash with an enemy. Overall, it's a great game, and if you want to be amazed, then a sub to the channel would be lovely. And on number 7, Invention 3 Zombie Survival. This one is a continuation of a very good series of shooters where the main character continues his journey through a world where the epidemic of the zombie virus is already in its final stage. And there are hordes of opponents around, and you need to be as cold-blooded as possible in order to stay alive. The game has decent graphics and much more that will please everyone who wants to shoot enough mutants that are not going to stand in one place. On number 6, Gladiator Survival in Rome. This is an action RPG with survival game mechanics and big city building possibilities. You will play a fugitive from Chester's army and will venture deep into the wilderness of ancient Europe. In this game, you will free slaves from cruel soldiers and explore mythic secrets in barbarian and uncharted lands. And obviously, you can craft your weapons and armor from what you have gathered and then slay the king's legions and conquer the Roman Empire. The game offers free movement and hack and slash combat and an open world to explore freely, plus the handcrafted stylish 3D model and stunning animation looks great. So which is the best survival game on mobile platform? Drop your opinion in comment section. So moving on to number 5, EOE. This is an Android game in which you have to survive in a world where huge monsters fly and roam. The game has pleasant special effects, English voice acting, and huge crowds of zombies that will immediately catch your eye. And players needs to keep an eye on hunger and trust as well as explore building for loot. And if something is interesting, the hero will automatically put it on himself. And the combat system is quite complex, like zombies bring the hero to a low HP level in 2 strikes. Anyway, overall it's a great survival game with high graphics that you can try. And on number 4, Project Arrival. This is a third-person action game that takes you into a science fiction universe where you control one of the few survivors of the alien invention that left civilization on the edge of destruction. In this survival video game, you will have to explore all kinds of open world scenarios while collecting resources and fighting all kinds of threats. And the controls in Project Arrival are typical of the genre because there is a virtual controller on the left to move around and the 3D scenarios and action buttons on the right. So players who are used to battle royale games like PUBG Mobile or Fortnite will adjust to this system perfectly. But as for the playable aspect, it won't just be shooting against aliens or other humans, cause you will also have to collect resources to survive in this ravaged world. And don't forget to check out the video description cause all games download links and many other essential informations are there. On the third number of the list, Alien Isolation. This one is an excellent horror survival game that directly ported on Android and iOS. Alien Isolation has a thick atmosphere and there is a constant sense of dread and the fact that you can always fight back, especially against the xenomorph, cause they has your heart pumping. Yes, there are a number of tools that to help you, but resource management in this game is crucial to survive. I've always liked this feature, it's one of my favorite mechanics in the survival horror genre, so getting out with your life should require some management. Though if you are just after the story here, easy mode sets the alien on a direct path, so do consider it if you are only here for the narrative. All in all, I would say this is a solid port of a horror survival game that deserves more credits than it got years ago. And on number 2, Fading City. This is an open world RPG game that's set on the street of Wadu City, where you help explorers and uncover the city's many secrets. Fading City has spectacular 3D graphics developed with the Unreal Engine 4 that feels similar to earlier NetEase games. And the controls in this game are perfectly adapted to touch screens. All you have to do is tap the virtual D-pad to move around, and on the right side of the screen, you will also see several action buttons for completing tasks. So overall, Fading City has everything it needs to immerse you in this world full of mysterious waiting to be solved. And this organization of explorers aims to restore peace to the city that covered in fog and ravaged by zombies. Finally, at the top of the list, Shimmerland. This is an MMORPG that plunges you into an extensive open world full of all sorts of different creatures and beasts. One of the interesting things about this title is that it gives you a planet that you can explore by land, sea, or air. It's an immersive experience that will test your ability to make the best use of weapons, skills, and attack in order to survive. And of course, in a sandbox like this, you shouldn't be surprised to find iconic actions like creating weapons and construction buildings for your character to live in. And you can also ride impressive horses that will take you from one side of the map to the other more quickly. And don't forget about the inventory, where you will store all the items that you find. And from there, you will select whatever object you want to feed your character, recover energy, or simply to make swords and weapons. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe this channel for more. Also, don't forget to tap on the bell for all notifications. We'll catch up in the next one. Till then, be amazed and happy gaming.
Could you love her?